One solution, no solution, or all real numbers. In this video, we are going to be looking at two special case equations. Let's look at example 1. So the first thing I need to do when I solve this equation is I need to make sure that both sides of the equation is simplified. And if you look, the right side of the equation is simplified. Negative 15 plus 7n, you can't do anything with that side of the equation. However, I can simplify the left side, and I do have parentheses, so that means I'm going to need to do the distributive property. And so that means that I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to do multiplication with the 5n, and then I'm going to do 3 and multiplication with the negative 5. And then that's going to look like this when I bring everything down. Now, my next step is actually doing the multiplication, and so I'm going to multiply 3 and 5n and 3 and negative 5, and then I'm left with this. Now, the left side is still not simplified. I have like terms. I have a negative 8n and a positive 15n, and so I'm going to combine those, which will give me a 7n. So I have 7n minus 15 equals negative 15 plus 7n. The next step of this equation, you have different things that you can do here. I like to start with moving the variable, and I'm going to move the variable on the left, which is a 7n. It's a positive 7n, and so in order to move it, I'm going to subtract 7n on both sides, and it actually ends up canceling both of the 7n's on both sides since they're both 7n's. And then I'm going to be left with negative 15 equals negative 15. That is a true statement, and so since it is a true statement, the answer is going to be all real numbers. All right, let's look at example 2. This time the left side of my equation is simplified. I have a negative 7r plus 27. Can't do anything with that. And then I do have parentheses on the right side of my equation, and so I'm going to do the distributive property again, which means I'm going to do 7 times 4, and then I'm going to do 7 times negative r. And so I'm going to show that step here, and now I'm going to actually do the simplification. I'm going to do the multiplication, the 7 times 4 and the 7 times negative r. And so on the right side of my equation, I'm going to have 28 minus 7r. Again, I'm going to start by, to solve this equation, I'm going to move my variable, and I'm going to start with the left side of my equation, and I'm going to move the negative 7r. Since it's a negative 7r, I'm going to add 7r to both sides. Again, the 7r's are going to cancel because I have a negative 7r and a positive 7r on both sides. And then I'm left with 27 equals 28. This is not a true statement. And so since it's not true, my answer is going to be no solution.